There is no longer a hurricane alert for Florida, although forecasters in the US have warned that Tropical Storm Isaac could still have life-threatening potential. And it has already managed to wreak havoc on America's political scene. The Republican National Convention was supposed to open today in Tampa amid much hoopla, but that's all been disrupted. Our Washington correspondent Matt Frei reports now.
Isaac is raining on Mitt Romney's parade, literally. It's delayed the convention by a day, distracted the networks, and worst of all, it's now heading straight for New Orleans, due to hit on the 7-year anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, the storm that flooded that city and ravaged the last Republican administration. Luck so bad, it's almost uncanny. And then there's the other storm. The one that never went away, the one inside the Republican ranks. Welcome to the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Like the Tea Party, this is an insurgent grassroots movement, and it feeds off a powerful combination of patriotic zeal, religious fervor, and political rage. This is the America that has tears and flags in its eyes.
Faith and freedom are under assault right now. Faith and freedom are both under concerted assault.
They really don't like President Obama here and accuse him of trying to turn America into a socialist paradise.
I mean, Obama has taken us, he just disregards the Constitution. He doesn't care. You know, he has a different worldview.
So if Barack Obama is re-elected, what would you do?
If he gets elected, that's the people have spoken. If that's the
you won't be plunged into despair.
No, because there's a God in heaven who controls all of that.
But not the election results, not yet anyway. Loathing the opposition is good campaign fuel, but it also helps to love your own candidate, Mitt Romney, and they just don't.
A shirt for the next president and vice president of the United States of America.
The Romney-Ryan t-shirts aren't exactly flying off the shelves, and the party bosses are out of sync with their insurgent foot soldiers. The establishment of the grand old party is pretty nervous about people like you.
Yes, you're correct about that. And
are you going to hold them to ransom to get into the White House?
Absolutely. I'm trying to get rid of as many progressive Republicans as possible.
Tampa has braced itself for a tsunami of left-wing protesters, hence the police heavies and their hooves. But the weather has kept the protesters away too, and the only anti-Romney rally that we came across involved dogs. I'll let their owners explain.
We believe he went on vacation from Massachusetts to Canada, and he packed his family into a station wagon and put his dog, I think an Irish setter, on top of the thing in a dog crate for a 12-hour trip.
So the dog was on the roof of the car?
12 hours.
Absurd, of course, but the other side hate Romney so much that just about everything is fair game, even his treatment of pets. America is bitterly divided between two opposing tribes, but this election will, as ever, be decided by a slither of undecided people caught in the middle. Well, welcome to the Republican convention here in Tampa, Florida. Now, this isn't actually the official start of the convention. That's going to happen tomorrow because of that storm called Isaac. But what we've had here is a sort of short ceremony for the faithful who've turned up. Of course, everyone's already in town, but they're going to have to go away again and find a Starbucks or something and then come back tomorrow for the real deal. Now, as I said earlier, there's an awful lot at stake at this convention. This is Mitt Romney's opportunity to relaunch himself on the national stage, but also to fire up the faithful in his own party. To discuss all this, I'm now joined by Bae Buchanan. She's a senior advisor to the Romney campaign. Thanks for coming up here into our skybox.
My pleasure.
Now, Bae, there's been an awful lot of distraction to the Republican message in recent days. I'm not just talking about the storm, but also Congressman Todd Akin of Missouri, who, of course, said there's ludicrous things about legitimate rape. This doesn't help your party's message, does it?
Well, it's nothing to do with the Mitt Romney campaign whatsoever. That's an issue that's happening in Missouri. And so we're focused on the national race here. We've got 12 key states, 12 to 14 swing states. This convention is where we're going to kick this whole thing off. We're very excited. And let me add that we are very united as a party. I've been working with conservatives for the last 4 months on behalf of the governor. I have not seen such excitement in our rank and file in many a year.
Now, as you know, Bay, women are crucial to any election because they tend to vote in larger numbers than men. Women are not very happy with the Romney campaign. The opinion polls out just today show him trailing quite significantly to Barack Obama. As a woman, what would you tell Mitt Romney he needs to say to get women back on side?
Well, his message is exactly what we need. And the key is here you have to understand. Women tend to vote Democrat. Men tend to vote Republican. And so the first thing you do as you win in the primary is get your base. That's the men out there. And a lot of the women have been starting to move our way. Now we're going to begin our focus in a general election. We're going to be focusing on those women. They will be coming aboard because the situation is women have been harmed enormously by Barack Obama in the last 4 years. The highest unemployment rate among women in our history, and in addition
to that... Is that his fault?
Absolutely. His policies we've had the weakest recovery since the Depression, and that is his policies. Sure, he inherited some difficult times, but his policies have failed to turn this country around. We need jobs. We need to put people back to work, and I'm going to tell you, that's women. Women have to be working. Many of them taking care of themselves, their children, and so that's our messages. We've got hope. We've got a better future. That's what Mitt Romney promises, jobs, opportunities, so they can take care of their families.
Now, you said the party was more united than you've seen it for a very long time.
Absolutely.
But, you know, you talk to people out there, to grassroots Republicans, and they're not exactly convinced by Mitt Romney. They're not fired up. And you need them to be fired up. You need them to be talking to loads of people.
You ain't talking to the same ones I've been talking to. I'm telling you that when he picked Paul Ryan, this party came together with real excitement. It was a statement that Mitt Romney is real serious about the problems America faces, and that's what we need this time.
Is Paul Ryan, his running mate, a more exciting proposition than the main candidate himself?
No, but the key is we're looking for the whole ticket. We want to know where, that tells you where he's going in his administration, what kind of people he's going to surround himself with. Paul Ryan is another courageous leader. He's the future, and so he's young, he's vibrant, he's energetic, and he's courageous in his approach to leadership in Washington. So I think this ticket is a winning ticket. There's no question about it, and I believe you are absolutely wrong, Matt, when you suggest that the people are not excited. This convention, you will see the excitement, the energy, and the momentum coming out right to November.
Finally and briefly, can we expect Mitt Romney to get really nasty with Barack Obama this week? Is that how he's going to fire up his base?
That's not. We got Chris Christie, I think, working on that angle.
The governor of New Jersey. Yeah.
He's the keynote, and I say that in jest because usually the keynote's the guy that goes after the other side. I don't know what Chris Christie is going to be saying, but Mitt Romney's going to be giving a vision. He's going to be offering. He's going to basically a direct message to the American people of who I am, what I offer, as opposed to what we've been going through. And it's one of hope, and it's one of positive, and it's one for a better tomorrow.
Well, we wait with bated breath. Bay Buchanan, thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
Well, as you can see, there's a bit of an atmosphere here at the Republican convention. There'll be a lot more tomorrow when it really starts. And, of course, we'll be following the events, the speeches, the mood, the stuff behind the scenes, from the wings, in great detail and hopefully with much excitement all week long. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks for that, Matt. Sorry, the sound quality coming from Florida wasn't quite as good as we would have hoped.